everybody. Hope you're doing okay today. Thought I'd give you an update. I was going to put up a video last night, but where I was at right there at the end of Nebraska, there was the phone tower refused to let me upload it. Went on for 3 hours and then it totally stopped and restarted. So I decided to just delete the information and forget about it. So I didn't get to upload that video yesterday. I do apologize. I know some of you have seen it being posted but never made it. Coming into Wamsutter, Wyoming. To a lot of you, this is probably really boring out here. Might want to make sure you have a cup of coffee and feeling awake when you're out here. It's a little bit of of course it is 80 miles an hour, so speaking of 80 miles an hour, so sorry, this is day 4 of having the yuck. So it seems to have moved up from my body into my head, and although my body is in not as much pain as it was, today I just feel like a limp rag. And like I said, it's moved up into my head, so now my ears and my nose and my throat. So I had quite a ride with this one. Of course, I don't get sick very often. Last time I was sick was last December. So maybe once a year, if that. I know there's times it's been years before I got sick. But anyway, if I did, I just got to run it up. I usually don't get sick, so. I usually have a rain jacket with me, but it's in the garage. I didn't bring it with me. So that's my bad. Plus, I noticed I didn't put any snow chains on the truck yet. And some of these places out here are going to require you to have snow chains. So I should be able to get over here and get back without any issues. But I really need to be putting them snow chains on. That's for sure. So I met this guy about a month ago. Talked to him on the phone one evening, running down the road. Pretty good guy, he loves God, and loves his family. Hard-working man, and he's got a channel. It's called Truckin' Style Sean. So I'll give a shout out to Truckin' Style Sean. And by the way, Sean, I did see that you called the other night, but I heard the phone and I was able to pick my head up off the pillow just long enough to see that it was you, and my head went back in the pillow, so I do apologize. I'll holler at you soon. And Mike Taylor, they stopped receiving over there a new car in Brigham City at 2 o'clock today. It's 4 o'clock, so I guess I'm not going to make this load this week. Of course, really wasn't trying. If I was trying. I went on a detour down a road that I'd never been on before. So I really wasn't trying. Had I done it, it would have been a $9,000 week. So, but it is what it is. I mean, I cannot predict. I couldn't predict me getting sick. So. I'm eating some grapes and they just don't seem right. It's like I don't know what's going on. For one, I don't like grapes with seeds. That's probably what it is. Anyway. Stopped and last night I stopped in this big dirt lot. That goes to show you how much people think about truck drivers. They make them a parking area. It's in the dirt. Get about 500 trucks out there. So I parked there last night, and I woke up this morning and my truck was brown. It wasn't black. It was covered in dirt. So I was just 30 miles from Cindy, Nebraska, and I got there and sprayed the truck off, got it cleaned back up. So like Ruthie said, oh, you washed it, it's gonna rain. Well, I didn't really put any energy in it, but that's fine. It's gonna rain, that's cool. I know it's been getting cool around here, I can tell you that. I had in my head a questionnaire that perhaps maybe some of you might want to ask me, but as soon as I pushed record, the questionnaire just went poof, disappeared. So anyway, I'll wing it. Now I was kind of bummed out that on that video last night. I somehow or another I got into the discussion about truck fires. It reminded me of a story I wanted to share with you guys. 17 years ago, I had my first Peterbilt, and I was pulling band, and I was running tile up to Washington State. And I was leased onto a company out of Zip City, named Zip City, and I wasn't doing very well financially. And so anyway, so I was out in Cali, and I had a son out in Cali. I was out there visiting him at the time. He's 21 now, hanging out in Florida down there. If you see this, love you, William. Anyway, we named him after, he was my best friend at the time, William Michael Biggs. So, named my son William Michael. So I was coming up out of California there and going up through Truckee, and they shut down the interstate. So I pulled off into the rest area there and shut down the truck and was looking at the weather to see how long that snow was going to last. And it was just starting to get dark and it was getting a little cold. So I hit the start button, and when I did, the hood lifted up a little bit and black smoke started barreling out, and I thought, oh no! So I turned off the key switch, ran outside, popped the hood, opened it up, ran around to the backside where I saw the fire, and looked, and I could see next to the starter, and it had arced out and burnt the fuel return line in two, and it was feeding the fire. So I was like, ah! So I ran to my toolbox and I got a crescent wrench and came back, took the positives off the battery, and then grabbed the fire extinguisher, poof, and put it out. I probably handled all that in less than a minute. Didn't take no time at all. So here I am, standing there in the snow, almost getting dark, looking at my truck. I look at the wires next to the starter, they're all burned up. And the fuel return line is burned to death. I was like, man. I was like, wow, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I closed the hood, there wasn't nobody there. I was the only one in that rest area. Wow. So I jumped back up in the truck and thought I was going to freeze to death because I was cold, and that truck didn't have an APU. And so I took every last piece of laundry I could find and threw it on top of the bunk, took off my wet clothes and threw that on top of the bunk, and crawled up under the sheets, and I went to sleep and totally forgot all about what had happened. The next morning I woke up, stuck my head out, and the first thing I smelled was that fire. Man. That was a nightmare. Man, 2 or 3 weeks I was down. It was awful. I had to pay somebody to get my load delivered. I think I was delivered in New York. So that was pretty ugly. I didn't like that. Bad experience. So anywho, give you another look out here. Rock Springs, 58, Evanston, 1 something, 28, 58, something like that. Messing with the Zoom a little bit. So anyway, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, males and females, others and otherettes, have a wonderful day. It's Friday. Have lots of fun.